Hi, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. So, this is Sneha Rathor here, CEO, Sanfort Group of Schools, and a very lovely noon to everyone out there. So, right now, we're all going through such a difficult and a challenging time throughout the world. And this is the time that we have never ever foreseen in our life. And we've never thought that we would ever encounter a phase like this ever. But this is how the Mother Earth chose to reboot itself. So we have to take it and act accordingly. I know all of you are. At home, sitting at home during this lockdown period, and our work is getting hampered. So we're just working from home, whatever that we could. The children, the schools are closed, so the children are also sitting at home. Their learning is getting hampered, and we are really feeling helpless as to what to do with our lives right now. But during all these problems and hustles and everything, what I see is a beautiful silver getting this precious time to spend with our loved one, to bond with each other, and most importantly, to spend time closely to our children. We had always been complaining that, due to our busy schedules, our travelings, and everything, we're never able to give that much time to our families and spend that quality time. So now that we are getting this, let's make the most out of it, and let's turn it into a beautiful family time and make the most of it. So, and very important, let's get more closer to our children. This is why I'm doing this session, how to engage your children during lockdown at home, because I think most important is to understand your child, get closer to them, and understand what is going in their life, and how does their life feel like at that particular age. Maybe it's 5 or it's 12, whatever age that your child is in, right? So I've got a very fantastic plan for you, something that is very simple, but if we are going to do it, I'm sure we'll be able to do a lot of difference with our children. So it's called a 14-day lifestyle challenge. So a 14-day lifestyle challenge, which is a CPR challenge, which I'm going to talk about today. And I would like all of you to start practicing it, and do tell me how did you feel after doing this challenge. So this is especially a little challenge to do with your kids at home right now during this lockdown period, which is also going to help them learn so much with their parents. So the CPR challenge, so the C stands for cooking and cleaning, P stands for planting, and R stands for anybody? So R stands for weeding, right? You must be thinking, I'm talking about such simple terms right now, that everyone, all of you are already aware. But why I am talking about this is very important. So 14 days are good enough to change our lifestyle as a family, and to change our lifestyle as an individual. And I'll tell you that right now, as we have all seen, that as Indian parents, we have always kept our children in a very safe cocoon, in a little cocoon, so that they feel protected, nothing comes near them, and all those things. But let's do a thing while we are doing all these things, that let's take the children out of this beautiful cocoon that we have created, and expose them to all the lifestyle, all the life skills at home. So the first life skill that I'm talking about is the C, the cleaning and the cooking. So let me tell you, these are very, very important life skills that every individual needs to have. We all are so prone to have a help at home. हम सबके पास घर पे nannies हैं, maids हैं, तो हम लोग खुद काम करने की आदत घर पे हम लोगों की छूट चुकी है. We don't know how getting a reality check, right? So let's include our children into it. So how are we going to include our children, especially the young ones? Very important, because the young ones, the early years, they learn so quickly, and once they learn it, it becomes a habit for them. So in terms of cleaning, very small exercises at home that you should give to the children to do, give them more responsibility. So every day we have so many things to do at home in terms of cleaning, right? So cleaning the floor, cleaning the dusting the whole home, and putting everything together, folding the clothes, so many things to do. And also, as I'm getting to know, our mothers have really gone so busy during these quarantine period. Jitni bhi mummiyon se main baat kar rahi hu, all of them are telling me that I think we are working double the time that we were earlier, because we are working from home also, and now we have to cook like 7 times a day because everybody is at home, and we have to clean the home and everything on our own because there's no help right now. So let's do some things every day. Allocate some activities to your children which they will do as their everyday activities. Something like when they get up, fold their blanket. Something like after you've had lunch or breakfast or dinner, give them the responsibility to clean the table after everybody has got up. Just very small things, and these are going to be a lifestyle change for you, your family, and very important, your children. So because we are not used to doing all these things. And then cooking. So let me tell you, I think cooking has become like a hobby for all of us because we do it once in a year, and that goes for everybody. Because we feel that we've always had help, तो हम लोग सोचते हैं कि जब एक बार साल में कुकिंग कर लेते तो हमें लगता है wow, we've done like something tremendous. But let me tell you, cooking is a very important life skill that everyone should have, especially the children, because the life as it is for us today is not going to be the same when these children grow up. So we would have lesser help at home, and the people would have to do the things on their own at home. So let's make them more self-dependent on them, so that they don't rely on others for their life skills. So just give them small activities even in the kitchen. Include them during the cooking time. I mean, of course, with taking precautions. But I'll tell you a very so I did my master's out. I did it from UK. So this was the first time that I went out from home, outside my 4 protective walls of home. And this is when the reality hit me, and I realized how life is. When you had to study at the same time, you had to cook, you had to clean, you had to work also. So you did everything. But I was able to do it because I had always been doing it at home also. So it wasn't difficult to me. But at the same time, I could see a lot of Indian children struggling with these common and very important life skills, that they were unable to cook, they were unable to feed themselves. And this is when I realized how important it is. So that is why I'm saying cooking and cleaning are very important lifestyles. Please do not make your children handicapped, because if you're not teaching them life skills, they are prone to become handicapped in terms they're relying on other people, right? So now coming on to plants. Why I'm talking about planting. So planting is a very small and a very beautiful exercise to do it at home, taking care of the plants, the small plants that you have planted in your balcony, or maybe if you're lucky enough to have a beautiful garden at home. So it is just a way for the children to come closer to the nature, and this is something that we really need to work upon. I think we have been greatly stepping back from getting closer to the nature, and this is why all this is happening. क्यों हो रहा है ये सब आज कुछ ये हमें पता है. It's because we as human beings have not been cautious of what we have been doing, our lifestyle, and how we have been affecting the natures, the animals, everything. So doing things like plantation or keeping a feeder for the birds, or even during this time when there are no restaurants open, and people are not getting out of their home, the stray dogs are not being fed. So something that you tell your child to keep a little food outside your home so that the dogs can come and eat that food. So let's bring them more closer to the nature, and also teach ourselves and understand where we have gone wrong, right? So planting is something very, very simple. You don't need to do anything. You have like tomato seeds, you have coriander seeds, you have so many ingredients in your kitchen available. So use those, help them plant, help making the earth clean and green, and come closer to the nature. Very important. We need to be very, very cautious. And then let's talk about the last and the most important part is reading. So reading in itself is a huge change for us as individuals, because as I see, all of us, most of us are not readers, and which is sad. It's a sad fact that we are not readers. The Indian population that I see is not much of a reader, and the why we always complain that we can't read books and all those things is because we don't have that much time to read, or it requires a lot of books and all those things, but you don't need to do much. Reading is a habit. It's an important habit for all of us to have, and also to help our children understand how important reading is in their lives. So to start beginning reading at home, very small things. I'm sure you must be having little books at home itself, right? So start picking up those books, and start reading little bit with your child. Make them fascinated to pick up those books, because I'll tell you, हम लोग बच्चों को रीडिंग क्यों नहीं सिखा पाते हैं? पहली बात, हम लोग खुद नहीं कर रहे हैं. We are not reading at home. Are we all reading? No. I am sure 70% of us are not even close to reading. Earlier, there was a habit even that the newspapers were coming in, so people used to read newspapers every morning. So this was a habit also. This was also a reading habit. But now even the newspapers are all e-newspapers. So all that our children see is that the mamas and the papas are always on the phone scrolling, and that's why they also opt to go for technology itself. They're always fascinated about getting tablets or phones or PS4s or something like that. And also as parents, we feel that why not? So, see, technology is important for the children. We should give them, but in a limited and a restricted manner. A. B. There is nothing that can ever replace books. So, books are something important to have it in your life, right? We all keep complaining that when the children grow up, especially when they're having their boards or those serious exams, and I've always seen parents saying कि थोड़ा तो पढ़ लिया करो, किताब उठा लिया करो, what are you doing, कोई interest ही नहीं है पढ़ने में, and all those things, right? But have you ever made books fascinating for them? Have you ever encouraged them really when they were small to pick up books? No, we haven't. We were more involved in giving them more fascinating things, like maybe a lot of toys, technology, and all those things. We were never fascinating them to choose a book, get attracted by a book. So what I tell you is, give just half an hour every day, pick up a book, with your child and read with them, talk to them about the book, make them feel fascinated about what's there in a book. Start with very small problems, to solve that. First of all, the children are not motivated enough to pick up a book because they don't feel it's attractive. So make them feel more closer to the book by making them feel that the book is really attractive in the sense that it has a beautiful story. So start with narrating little stories with them, which are very, very fascinating. I think all of us really love listening to stories. I don't think that anybody would be there who doesn't love stories. So why don't we pick up a story book and start reading it to our children, and slowly and gradually they will get attached to those books as well. So just very small things that I would suggest to you. And apart from all this, apart from all the activities, a lot of space at the same time. Do not hover over them like a helicopter that we have always been. We've always been so protective, because of which the learning of our children is getting hampered so much. So we are all at home. We can all take care of our children as we are there 24/7 these days at home. So why not we do these activities in this protective environment, which is home and under your guidance, and make the most out of this time, and create a change, create a lifestyle change for your child, so that when they grow up to be a self-sufficient individual, individual that doesn't require help, right? So this is how the nation is also going to be built, with the young population being very self-sufficient and versatile. They know how to take care of themselves, they know how to take care of the people, they know how to take care of the environment, and they are quite self-sustainable by themselves. This should be our goal, and this should be our aim while doing this lifestyle challenge. And I so look forward to hearing back from all of you by introducing these changes in every day. So these small changes, I promise, will really change your life and your children's life. Please practice at home these small things, and wonders would happen. Thank you so much for listening to me. It was such a fantabulous time talking to all of you, and I could see a lot of comments and questions as well coming from you. I would love to answer them, and through my comments, I would reply to all of them. Thank you so much. It was such a pleasure, a great time talking to all of you. Also, I am soon going to start Learn During Lockdown series, in which we're going to talk about how to really involve children at home with various activities, and how to groom them and develop them at home. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Entab. It's truly a pleasure to come and talk to all these lovely people out there. And please, everyone, take care of yourself, take care of your family. Thank you very much. Thank you, Nimisha. It was truly a pleasure. Have a great day, everyone.